Namaste TV. My name is Sylvia Emisheti and I grew up in Nigeria. Why am I telling you this? Because growing up in Nigeria, some things just never leave you. We had this very unique ways of expressing ourselves. So for instance, if you were doing something silly, I could say to you, you know well. Or if you were acting out of the ordinary, we'll say, you are not normal. And trust me, that would feel like an insult. But today, if you said to me, you're not normal, I'll probably say, well, thanks, it's a compliment. It means that I'm doing something different from the norm. Look around you, the goalpost for normal. It keeps moving us down to the gutters. Most of what we now consider normal today, unfortunately, is very abnormal. And you don't need to look far and wide to see that it has spread to all aspects of our lives. What we now call civilized and advanced is actually taking us backwards, away from our normal selves, our true nature. Society constantly wants to bunch us up together as the same and not celebrate our uniqueness, so that what applies to A must apply to B. And this just isn't so. And yet, when you look in nature, every blade of grass, every snowflake, every rose, every mountain, every butterfly, no two are the same. They're all unique in nature. They each have their own special attributes and abilities in part, so that when you put them all together, it creates this magical whole that we all admire. So why should we be any different? We pride ourselves in constantly wanting to conform, wanting to imitate and copy what is dictated to us as normal, so that whenever that normal thing changes, we can't even challenge it. We're forced to agree with it and say, oh, okay, that's the world we live in now. That's how it is. It's now legal, so that's fine. And from the moment a child is born, all they ever learn is how to conform and fit into the environment. So they keep using that external yardstick to measure themselves against others. Am I doing well? Am I as good as Mr. A? Do I look better than Mrs. B? Rather than seeing the uniqueness in each of us and bringing each one to life. Our need to conform to societal structures is actually killing our individual self. And this need comes before even what we respect and value in our own hearts. And yet, what does society offer us that's normal? Think about it today. Is it our beliefs that keeps changing? Is it politics that seeks to divide us into different smaller groups? Is it religion that lacks enough truthful answers for why we're here? Is it the way we dress, our fashion choices, that someone tells us is the new trend and then we jump on it, even if it looks like trash? Or is it our family structure of man, woman, and child that has now been desecrated and pulled down into the gutters? Is it our culture, the one that we've abandoned and taken on a foreign one because we see ourselves as inferior? Or is it our music? It hurts my ears because it has no life or substance in the beat or in the lyrics. Or maybe our food that is no longer nourishing our bodies because we've poisoned ourselves with all the toxic chemicals that we now call food. Is it our health? Well, it hasn't improved and we're not getting any healthier with all our medicines. Or our brain that is affected by all the radiations from our technology. Where is there still any normalcy left? What part of us is still normal? Are you normal? Today's normal is knowing that your entire mind and body is against something and you have a gut feeling about it. And yet, you completely ignore that gut feeling because, well, no one's doing that. Everyone's doing something else and you don't want to look crazy. Today's normal is pretending that you love yourself, but you're still making the wrong choices that others are making because we don't want to be the odd one out. Today's normal is not normal, and yet we pretend that we are normal. The moment you think differently, outside the box, as they say, people find you odd. They might even put you in the category of conspiracy theorists. So the vast majority of people don't want to look odd. They don't want to be different. They don't want to stand out. Because standing out means, the spotlight is now on you. So we conform and we condone. We toe the line. We join the wrong queue to be seen as normal, even if our entire being is against it. We want to follow trends because others are doing it. We want to feel special but accepted by everyone. We want to be validated, so we do exactly what others are doing. Can we dare to be different? This I find in my experience to be one of the biggest problems in our society today, wanting to be normal. Meanwhile, normal is changing and it's not heading in the right direction. There are no more lions. It's now just the sheep leading the sheep. So we find ourselves doing things that are against our moral judgment, against our own ethics and our own beliefs, against everything that we stand for, because we want to be normal. So I had to wrestle myself from this normalcy, from today's idea of normal, because it was choking me. So if this normal is the only option, I'm sorry, I don't want to be normal. I want much more. So I often ask for guidance to be shown what true normal looks like. And then I go out there and question everything that presents itself to me, regardless of who, what, how, where. And then I have complete trust in that tool which has been given to me for this purpose, my intuition. It's not learned. It can't be studied. You don't need a TED Talk for this one. You don't need scientific studies and statistics. It just is, and it's available to everyone to find answers within themselves. And guess what I noticed? The more you use this intuition, the more you realize it's the wisest ally you'll ever have. You sharpen it by relying on it, and you get sharp in the process. If you rely on what is external, that is without, and abandon what is within, you'll always lose out in the end. And this is how we make the wrong choices that we make. So think carefully before you decide to be part of today's normal, because this normal will have you doing things that your ancestors will look down and they'll cry for you. So the next time you say, I'm not normal, don't worry, I'm fine with it. It's not an insult. I'll probably take it. Normal is overrated anyway, and it's heading for a disastrous end. Because quite frankly, if it doesn't benefit my soul, then what's the point? Until next time, be good to yourself and to those around you. Bye for now.